To calculate for the trigonometric values, we can use the two special right triangles, the 30-60-90 triangle and the 45-45-90 triangle as our reference. Now, we are going to find for the sine 30 degrees. This is the angle, and the side opposite that angle is the opposite side. So this is the adjacent, and this is now the hypotenuse. Now, if we're going to find for sine 60 degrees, this is the angle. Now, this is the opposite side. And this would be the adjacent side. Take note of that. Okay? The opposite side is always opposite the angle. Now, in 30-60-90 triangle, the shorter side or the shorter leg, if this is 1 unit, the hypotenuse is twice the shorter leg. So this is 2 units. And the longer leg is equal to the shorter leg times square root of 3. So 1 times square root of 3. So take note or remember these values. If now, applying the trigonometric ratios, please remember this, SOHCAHTOA, TOA, sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent opposite over adjacent. So sine 30 degrees is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite here, the value is 1 and the hypotenuse is 2. Therefore, the sine 30 degrees is 1/2. Now, sine 60 degrees. This is the angle. So this is the opposite side. That is square root of 3 over hypotenuse, which is 2. So sine 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. Now, for 0 degrees, simply the sine is 0. The sine is the y-coordinates in a unit circle, remember? And the cosine is the x-coordinates in a unit circle. So 90 degrees, the sine is 1. Now, the 45-45-90 triangle, if we're going to find for sine 45, so here, the legs here are congruent. So if this is 1 unit, that is 1 unit. And the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the leg times square root of 2. So this is square root of 2, the hypotenuse. So here, it doesn't matter because they are equal. This is the opposite, this is the adjacent, or this can be the adjacent, or this can be the opposite, this can be the adjacent. They are just equal. Okay, so let's find for sine 45, which is opposite, so 1, over the hypotenuse, which is square root of 2. But we are not allowed to have radical sign in the denominator, so we need to rationalize. Rationalizing means just multiplying whatever here, both numerator and denominator. So 1 times square root of 2, square root of 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4, and square root of 4 is 2. So we have now sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. So there. So you can memorize this one if you want to memorize that. Now, to find for cosine, actually, the shortest way to find for if you want to construct table like this, the value of the cosine 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, what you're going to do is just reverse the order of sine. So this is 1, you write it here. This square root of 3 over 2, square root of 3 over 2. And this one is square root of 2 over 2. And the 1/2 is here. And the 0 is here. That's the values of cosine 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees angle. Reverse order of sine. Now, do you want to try if it's correct? Let's say we're going to find for cosine 30 degrees. The cosine 30 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. So, this is the angle, this is the opposite. And this is the adjacent. So adjacent, square root of 3 over hypotenuse, which is 2. So see, cosine 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. But if you want to compute, you can solve. You want to try? You can solve using this SOHCAHTOA. So now, for tangent, simply sine over cosine. So 0 divided by 1, that is equal to 0. That's tangent 0 is 0. Now, for tangent 30 degrees, 1/2 divided by, just divide this, square root of 3 over 2. Now, in dividing fractions, we need to get the reciprocal of the denominator or the, here, yes, denominator or divisor, and proceed to multiplication. Square root of 3 over 2 becomes 2 square root of 3. Get the reciprocal, flip the denominator, and proceed to multiplication. So we can cancel this. So what we have now is 1 over square root of 3. So tangent 30 degrees is 1 over square root of 3. But we are not allowed again to have this radical sign. So we can now rationalize. And that is square root of 3 over, what is now square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9, and square root of 9 is 3. So this is square root of 3 over 3. That's the value of the tangent. Now, for tangent 45, square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2, you are just dividing the same number, so that's equivalent to 1. Now, what about for tangent 60 degrees? So, sine over cosine. So, we have here square root of 3 over 1/2. And then, square root of 3 over 2, this one, divided by 1/2. So, just copy square root of 3 over 2 times, flip the 1/2, that is 2 over 1. So, you can cancel this. So, what we have left now is square root of 3. So, this is square root of 3. Now, for tangent 90 degrees, 1 divided by 0, that is undefined. Okay, so that's how you're going to find for the sine, cosine, and tangent.